What's poppin', people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I do hope everyone watching this today is doing well. I really do hope that, mate. And welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here on Football Therapy, where I look across the headlines, basically search latest Chelsea news. I go through everything that I can see regarding the Blues, consolidate it into a package to present to you guys, give you my opinion for whatever that's worth, and more importantly, ask for yours down in the comment section below. And today we're talking about a couple of transfer stories, one rather sensational, which I like the sound of, even though it could well be nonsense. And I want to give some praise to young Christian Pulisic, as Frank Lampard has said some positive stuff about him after his goal against Aston Villa in the Premier League yesterday, that was. And probably how we could expect to see him for the remainder, well, when fit and rested for the remainder of this season. Oh yeah, and the transfer stories are Kurzawa of PSG being a potential candidate for a left back. Underwhelming, hasn't played that much for Paris Saint-Germain. He's 27 though, so he's in his prime, and he might be on a free if he doesn't sign a new contract. It's an option. And the one I like the sound of is Dean Henderson, the Man United goalkeeper on loan at Sheffield United, who generally has had a pretty immaculate season this campaign. Would Man United sell him to Chelsea for a big fee? Probably not, maybe? Anyway, a lot to crack into indeed, and if you like daily content and you want to see more of this mug and listen to what I have to say, consider subscribing to this channel, mate, because daily fun. Why wouldn't you want to subscribe? If you choose to do so, please do hit the all-important bell notifications icon. Join the bell notification gang, as I believe they call themselves. And why not show your support by dropping a like on this video, mate? Thank you very much. Alright, let's get into it. Right, let's start off with these reports regarding Kurzawa. Kurzawa doesn't really play football much. The 27-year-old's contract runs out this summer at Paris Saint-Germain. He is a technically very good footballer, and he is in his prime. And of course, Chelsea, if they are indeed struggling to get Ben Chilwell over the line, this could be an option for them. My concern is Kurzawa's last really notable contribution in the Paris Saint-Germain team was a couple of seasons ago, where I think in the 17-18 campaign he was making 4 tackles and interceptions per game. Other than that, he's been in and out of the team, sort of a rotational player, and really his numbers that he posts aren't that great. So maybe this is a player Frank Lampard has looked at when he's on the pitch thinking, ooh, he does something I like. He does something that I want in my Chelsea team that I'm not getting out of Alonso and Emerson, and indeed Azpilicueta when he plays left back. But it does look like Kurzawa could possibly do that, and he could be a realistic acquisition for the Blues. Now, there was a headline today or this morning or last night or something saying that he's been offered a shock 4-year deal by Paris Saint-Germain. Perhaps he was meant to just fade away, or they didn't want to renew his contract, or I'm not entirely sure the details behind his career at the moment, but the point is, it might be on the table. That doesn't mean he'll necessarily go for it, although you can imagine Paris Saint-Germain offer a lot of money, but who knows, maybe if Chelsea are genuinely on the table, he wouldn't renew with Paris Saint-Germain, and he'd come to Chelsea on a free and get decent money as well as a sign-on bonus. Remember, you always get more money when you come as a free agent. What does this mean for Phillipe, man? I was tweeting with the Leicester game when he was having a poor game. I tweeted out this: I'm officially off the Phillipe train, and literally 1 minute later he scores an absolute wonder goal. So then I tweet this: never mind, back on. Yeah, flip-flopping at its finest. Still, if, Leicester wants 60 million plus, Chelsea aren't willing to go to that. Maybe Kurzawa, someone of the likes of him, could be a good option. Anyway, what do you guys think? Get down in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts on that. Right, let's talk about the blockbuster headline, Dean Henderson. Probably my favourite goalkeeper this season in the Premier League. I mean, his last game wasn't great, and he did have one high-profile mistake as well, where Chris Wilder came out and pretty much said, look, you can't be doing that if he wants to be, England goalkeeper, Man United's #1. And he came back, he responded to Wilder's criticism and has been excellent. He's generally, for the vast majority of this Premier League season, Dean Henderson's been excellent, to the point of me thinking, well, not only should he be England's #1 goalkeeper over Jordan Pickford, I was thinking it should be between Pope and Pickford, in my opinion. But I was thinking, dude, it should just be Dean Henderson. This guy's wicked. And the headlines are Chelsea are tabling a £50 million bid, or are prepared to table a £50 million bid to Manchester United for the services of Dean Henderson. Because what is his options? I don't think he's going to start next season for Man United. No. I know David De Gea is having problems at the moment. But still, another loan for Sheffield United would be great for him, because they're probably going to be in the Europa League or some form of Europe, which is excellent. But if he doesn't feel like he's going to get into that Man United team for 2 or 3 years, he might say to United, go on, sell me, I want to go. And Chelsea are massive, and I'm going to be their first team goalkeeper, mate. Here's your transfer request. You've got David De Gea for another few years. Make a load of money out of Chelsea. You say you haven't got much money at the moment to spend, Man United. Don't go take 50 million off Chelsea. Maybe. Huh? The thing is, De Gea signed a new deal not that long ago when his soul was finally broken, when he knew he wasn't going to Real Madrid. When Thibaut Courtois went to Madrid, he was like, well, that's that then. That's my dream broken. I might as well re-sign for United, which he did. So he's tied down. United really wanted to tie down David De Gea for a long time. He was sort of definitely 100% the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. I wouldn't say necessarily in Europe, because you think of like Oblak and Neuer and stuff like that. That's when Neuer was in form. So it's difficult. So you think their goalkeeper situation would be sorted for long term, although Roy Keane absolutely lost his mind after David De Gea made that mistake. If you haven't seen the clip, I urge you guys to go and see it. It is just so funny. It's like a parody he's becoming a parody of himself, Roy Keane. But I'm not sure Solskjaer's going to listen to Roy Keane. He'll probably keep David De Gea. So anyway, I'm not sure it could happen or it would be realistic. Although Chelsea have done business with Man United lately, we've sold them Mata, we've sold them Matic. If their name begins with M, apparently we can sell them. Maybe they'll sell Dean Henderson to Chelsea. If this news rumour is indeed true, which I have no idea, but it's in the headlines and I'm talking to you about it now. So anyway, we'll move on. Express your thoughts on Dean Henderson. For me, if there's one goalkeeper we could get, a Premier League proven 23-year-old decent shot stopper like Dean Henderson would probably be top of the list, to be honest, mate. Anyway, Christian Pulisic. Frank Lampard had some very positive stuff to say about Captain America after Chelsea's 2-1 win over Aston Villa in the Premier League. He pretty much was talking about how both Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Pulisic are raring to go. Both been off injuries. Of course, Ruben's injury was a lot longer. But to be honest, man, this is actually causing deja vu for me. Christian Pulisic scoring, running into the box, doing exactly what Frank Lampard wants, exactly what Frank Lampard did as a player. He loves that, mate. After he said, that's exactly what he wants to see. He did it again. He ran into the box, got on the end of a ball, scored a goal. A bit scrappy, but it was good. It's exactly what he wants. We've seen Pulisic dribble and shoot. We can see him running behind and shoot, but these are the kind of goals Frank Lampard knows are gold dust in the Premier League. You see Raheem Sterling do it all the time when Man City are on form. He talks about this as well. He can see Pulisic being that man. Now, is he going to start him for whenever he can? Hopefully. Thing is, of course, rotation is important here. This is no longer a normal season where you can stick to like a good 11 in terms of chemistry. There'll have to be rotation, but in the bigger and better and more important games, I really do think Frank Lampard is seriously going to have to consider Christian Pulisic. He's offering a lot on the left-hand flank, and a midfield three, people like Mason Mount, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It does look like the Ruben Loftus-Cheek left wing experiment failed in that game, so the left centre mid spot in the Premier League should be Ruben and Mount, rotating, and then you've got Billy Gilmour, Jorginho, Kovacic and Kante all rotating. Hell, even Ross Barkley, although I see him more as a bench player more and more. But it makes you think, next season, when the dust has settled, when the new boys are in, Chelsea's front three, in terms of their best front three, could be Pulisic on the left, Hakim Ziyech on the right, and Timo Werner up front. Bit harsh on Tammy Abraham, and of course there's no hold-up play there like Tammy could offer. And also you could argue as well, Timo's not in his left channel, but he could drift over. There could be rotation, there could be advancing midfielders to occupy the central spots. there could be some tactical shifts that allow Timo to drift off to the left like he does. That's a serious front three. People need to remember how good Christian Pulisic is. If he rises, he's so young, dude. He's like 21. If he rises to his potential in a couple of years when he's like 23, 2 years of development with hard work in the Premier League, a 23-year-old Christian Pulisic could be something incredibly special. Chelsea's front three could be an absolute madness. Anyway, I'm interested to see if Frank Lampard does trust him more and more. I hope he does, because I really do think Pulisic could be really effective for the remainder of the season, scoring these kind of goals that Chelsea really need, but it sounds like he's becoming more and more convinced, which is positive. But I'm keen to get your thoughts and opinions on this player, the situation at Chelsea, and indeed the transfers I've talked about. Kazawa of PSG and Hendo of Sheffield United / Manchester United. What do you think? Get down in the comment section below and express yourselves. I'll be down there chatting to you lot, seeing what you have to say. And of course, if you have enjoyed this content, I'd urge you all to like the video, man. That means a lot. Remember to jump on the hype train, subscribe to Football Therapy if you're new to the channel, and if you want to, man, only if you want to. You're also welcome to follow me on social media at Football Yannick on both Instagram and Twitter. That's it from me, you lot. Enjoy the football. That could be it now, isn't it? Just enjoy my outro's back. Hold on, let me start again. That's it from me, guys. You lot enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.